Hello everyone. My name is Yanni. I'm the co-founder of EagleMMS, and today we're going to be doing a case study on a 22 Jeep Cherokee. This is an Arctic White Jeep. Side swipe damage down both doors. The front door is, I think, being repaired by this shop. The rear door is being replaced, and then a quarter blend. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to be writing an Eagle invoice based off of this shop's estimate and based off of this shop's inventory. I chose my Axo Noble demo account using a Lesinol paint line, try and get as close to what this shop would be using as possible. And we're going to be doing a little comparison between itemization and rate pay. So let's go ahead and dig in. So I'm going to do a new RO here. Base study, passenger vehicle, 22 Jeep Cherokee. Create this RO. For a paint code, it's just a pure white, so I'm going to be doing code WV. Body type is, I'm going to call this a small SUV, not really a full size. And I've got my diagram here. So this is a driver side hit. I'm going to be doing repair on the outer panel here, full refinish on the rear door because it's being replaced, and then blend the quarter. And they are also refinishing this this door handle. The front door handle had some scuffs and scrapes and transfer on it. For operations, all I'm going to do is basically shell preparation because we're putting a new door on it. And I'm going to do a 2-hour dent. This particular estimate was written for 4 hours of repair. I'm only going to do 2. No hardware, no individual checkouts, no markup. Apply, and we are at $614 in paint materials, $195 in body materials, $809 grand total. If we go back to this estimate, we will see under our totals 8.4 refinish hours at $36 per paint hour is at $302. There's probably a couple miscellaneous operations that are missing here, but still you're looking at roughly a what is this, $500 difference. So let's take a look at this invoice that we just generated. Let me full screen this. So we've got our fluid paint materials, WV on the Lesinol line, 27 cents per gram. Quantity determined based on the selections made. Only about 600 grams is what the system's estimating for. Primers, sealers, clears, activators, reducers, and then all of the non-fluid paint materials, masking tapes, masking papers, detailing products, PPS liners, and then body materials. You're pretty much just looking at glaze, filler, seam seal for the new door. Yeah, that's about it. One interesting thing I wanted to bring up about this particular job is I love seeing these line items for corrosion protection. In this particular case, we're looking at $8, and not to pick on this shop, but if I actually look on this invoice, how much corrosion, I mean, what are you protecting against corrosion with, and what does it actually cost? So just half a can of rust preventer wax is lists for $33. Using half a can is about $20. That's what this corrosion protection would actually be. And if you're using alternative part numbers, like if I were to look in my database for, say, 08852, which is also a popular part number, this rattle can is $50. So if you're charging for $8 of corrosion protection, you would essentially have to use less than 1/5 of the can, which means you would have to use 1/10 per door, right? Because you're repairing the front door, replacing the rear. And if you read the directions on the application of this material, it more often than not calls for putting 3 medium coats, and then as soon as each successive layer dries, you apply the next medium wet coat. There's no way you could do that to 2 full-size door shells for $8. And the only reason I'm making a point about it is if shops aren't writing for it, they're not getting paid for it. If they're not getting paid for it, it's more than likely that they're maintaining a margin on the job by either not doing it or not using enough of it. And that's at a detriment to the consumer. As 2-3 years down the road in the Northeast, these doors start rusting out at the bottom. They're not going to perform the same way in a side impact collision. And I know it sounds like I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but little lines like corrosion protection here for flat dollar charges actually go to show you how inaccurate this sort of thing has gone on for. So what are we actually doing? What are we actually using? What is the quantity? What does it list for? Let's get paid for what it actually costs. So $8, $10, $15, even $20 corrosion protection isn't really cutting it anymore. So yeah, huge itemization difference. $500 in total materials difference. 300 of that is paint materials, and then about $200 in just body materials alone. So if you're interested in learning more about our system and how it works and why itemization is a better alternative to rate pay for documenting charges and being able to use the correct part numbers and getting paid adequately for them, feel free to visit us at EagleMMS.com, hit attend webinar in the bottom right, and register for one of our next sessions. We have Tuesday sessions every single week at 11 o'clock Eastern. Open to the public. Just fill out your info and you'll receive the access link. Even if you do miss it, you'll get a recording link, and you can see what the benefits are of billing what you use versus rolling everything into a rate or making up flat value line items. So we hope to catch you then, and until then, take care. Thank you.